It's time for our first main event of the day for the 2025 Classic Kart Race 100cc European Grand Prix. Up first is the Pre-89 final, and it's an all Van Handel front row. Chantal versus Jan. Jan being the defending Pre-89 champion from last year. Uffering Nielsen from Denmark in the number 25 will be joined on row number 2 by the 66 of Bengt Albertsson from Sweden. It's Denmark and Germany on row number 3. Chris Jansen in the 107 has got Thomas Kart in the 102 alongside. It's Denmark and France on row number 4 with Christian Helmer Pedersen and Guy Lagarde in the numbers 31 and 95. Alan Bount and Bart van den Hul from Denmark and the Netherlands, respectively, in the 32 and the 17. Round out your top 10. Completing the 15-strong grid are as follows. Tommy Jespersen, runner-up last year in the number 30. Gunther Lineborg in the number 28. Jürgen Schober, who rounded out the podium in the number 12 last year, representing Germany, with his countryman Bertold Bermel in the number 100, starting 14th. And last, but by certainly no means least, the number 41 of Torben Langkilde-Lausen. So we up the ante. We go from 10 minutes to 12 in this race. Can Jan van Handel make it back-to-back, or will Chantal take the spoils of victory and make a magical and possibly historic moment? Because as far as I'm aware, I don't think we've had a female racer win one of the finals in the European Grand Prix. Could that change as of today? Her pace has been absolutely blindingly quick all weekend, despite dramas in qualifying. They're going to send them around for another formation lap. So full start is called. So the tension builds. The anticipation is heightened. You can see the gantry by the P1 Bistro. Big thank you to Wong and the family that always do a fantastic job catering for everybody here every time the European Grand Prix has been in action. I think if I remember correctly, the first time I met them back in 2023, become good friends with Wong, and yeah, they do a fantastic job year in, year out. So a big thank you to all of them at the P1 Bistro for their welcome assistance in nourishment and rehydration of everybody here at the circuit. So it's Chantal and Jan van Handel on the front row. It's an all Dutch front row on Danish soil. They are keeping us waiting. And very much they should do, because there is a lot of anticipation in this race. Air temperature now 23 degrees Celsius. We've hit a high of 25 today earlier on. But it's now about what happens over the next 12 minutes here in the final. Chantal and Jan van Handel line up on the front row. We're revs up and the final is underway. Chantal late breaks into the opening corner and leads the field. It's 2 by 2. Noah's Ark style towards the back end of the field. Nearly 3 wide going into turn 2 for the first time. But Chantal van Handel takes the initial advantage. Bengt Albertsson trying to close in on Uffering Nielsen for P3 as they go through turn 4 for the first time. Bart van den Hul, the son of Joost, who's been on the Landia kart earlier on, the number 15, running in this race. So what can happen over 12 minutes? Well, if you see overtaking like that into turn number 8, expect the unexpected. We've had quite a few unexpected moments here this weekend. But after the opening tour is completed, Chantal van Andel leads the way after the opening tour, and the gap is 2.4 seconds. Side by side for the briefest of moments as Jürgen Schauber now makes his way through, and I think that was past the number 66 of Bengt Albertsson. And look at that for a move from Jürgen Schauber. He got through on Albertsson, he got through on, I think that was Tommy Jespersen. 3-second time penalty for the number 30, I'm afraid. That would have been for breaking formation with 2 wheels out of the tram lines. That's just probably from what I would gather that being the case. But at the moment, with 2 minutes completed, we're on to lap number 3. Chantal van Andel in the number 63 is basically rocketing into the distance. And she has a lead of over 4.5 seconds after the opening 2 laps of this final. So some really, really good battles happening up and down the order, but Chantal van Andel is leading very, very comfortably indeed. And as she's making her way into the final corner, Jan van Andel is making his way through out of turn number 11. So 3 minutes down, 9 to go. And Chantal van Andel is going to be leading by a country mile. Oh, right, mechanical black flag has just been shown, and it's the number 28. Günther Lieneborg is going to be out of the competition. So, looks like we've got no Alan Bound, no Bertolt Baumel. They are out of the race themselves. Looks like they didn't take the start. So, Günther Lieneborg, all side by side. That's Jürgen Schauber versus Uffe Ring-Nielsen coming out of turn number 4. The German knows that he's got to, if he gets past Uffe Ring-Nielsen, he'll finish on the final step of the rostrum. But that may not just be that might be the start of a new chapter in this story for the man who was doing so well and then ended up having dramas in the pre-final. It tumbled him all the way down to a starting position of 13th. But now he's on the cusp of going for 3rd. So just under 7 minutes remain, 6 3/4 to go. And the lead by Chantal van Andel is now 7.8 seconds. And finally, the deadlock has been broken. Jürgen Schauber through on Uffe Ring-Nielsen for 3rd place. We've got someone coming to a slow. And is probably getting the blue flags at the minute, trying to pick out the number. It is... I'm not too sure who might have been the number 95 of Gillegard, possibly, or, well, maybe Christian Helmer Pedersen. Or it could be, well, Günther Lieneborg should have parked the car in the pit lane by now. But Chantal van Andel is absolutely running away with this one at the moment. Her lead is now becoming expansive. 10 seconds after the opening 5 laps. So, but Jürgen Schauber, oh dear, right. If Jürgen Schauber gets past Jan van Handel, who won it last year, then there's an opportunity for Jürgen Schauber on pure pace. Now, he just did a 1 minute 2.6. Chantal van Andel set the new fastest lap of the race, so 1 minute 1.602. So if she keeps that pace up, there will be no real possibility, I feel, that Jürgen Schauber might be able to catch her. But proof is in the pudding. You've got to wait to see how things pan out. As I hear just Chantal Van Handel go across the line at full velocity. Now we've got second and third, line astern. And here goes Jürgen Schober. Is he going to make the move? Yes, the German gets past down into turn 1 on the beginning of lap number 7. So Jürgen Schober jetzt vorbei. Der zweite Platz ist in dieses Rennen. So good work there by Jürgen Schober on the back foot. And now comes storming a la Chantal Van Handel, who did that in the heats. Has come back from the back of the field and is now in second place. Now, if you might remember in heat number 2, Jürgen Schober got caught hand over fist, lap by lap. And now here is his opportunity to bring down a deficit of what is 12.2 seconds. But we have just over 4.5 minutes remaining. Chantal Van Handel has just completed lap number 7. She is absolutely flying at the moment. New fastest lap of the race. 1 minute 1.453. Jürgen Schober crosses the line now. 1 minute 2.8. 13.5 seconds is the gap. I think it's going to be too little too late for the man from Germany. He's going to have to settle for the runner-up step on the rostrum this year. But Chantal Van Handel, not a great qualifying, but it is not about where you start, it's where you finish. And Van Handel could go slow down as Uffering Nielsen has got Van der Hull and Jespersen not too far behind. That is the battle for P4 on the road, because Jürgen Schober has already gapped and dropped Jan Van Handel quite considerably by the best part of 0.7 of a second on the previous lap. It looks like it could be more than that. And Chantal Van Handel has been setting fastest lap after fastest lap. New fastest lap by the lady from the Netherlands. 1 minute 1.372. And Jürgen Schober across the line for, well, there we go. Bart van den Hulp through on Uffering Nielsen. Tommy Jespersen coming very, very close to the rear of the number 25. Is he going to dive to the inside at turn 3? No. Both go to the high side of the banking. So we are coming down to the final 3 minutes of this race, and Chantal Van Handel is not letting. She's treating this like a glorified qualifying session as the number 63. There's the number 95, the sole French entrant of the weekend, Guy Lagarde. Great to have that man with us. It's not the first time he's participated in the Euro Grand Prix. But the lead gap is now, well, I did pretty much say that it was going to be a tall mountain to climb for Jürgen Schober. Schober's going to have to settle for second. Does a personal best of 1 minute 2.485. Jan Van Handel trying to close a gap of 2.1 seconds. Now, there is Bengt Albertsson through on Kjeld Christiansen. And Albertsson goes a little bit wide. That allows the 107 to go back through. So they've got a pretty big old battle at the moment for 5th, 6th, 7th, I would imagine. This just goes to show how quickly things can go by. So we are down to just over a minute remaining on the timer. Chantal Van Handel more than 50% away around the racetrack at the moment as things stand. So we could be very, very close on time. Reference when she crosses the stripe. So 45 seconds on the timer. As the 107 and the 66 of Kjeld Christiansen and Bengt Albertsson continue to battle away. So Chantal van Handel now goes on to lap number 12. We are down to 25 seconds on the timer, and the last lap flag is being prepared on the start-finish straight. But I think this could be the first time a female driver has won a Classic Kart Race 100cc European Grand Prix title. The blue flag's being shown to other drivers as now the timer hits 0. That's it, 12 minutes are up. As Bart van den Heuvel and Jan van Handel are battling away for P3 in the dying stages. So last lap is underway. Chantal van Handel is doing exactly what was needed. Keep the lead into turn 1 and keep it going. A difficult qualifying from the lady from the Netherlands, but she has done an absolutely sterling job. Came thundering through the grids on both the first and second qualifying heats. Took the win in the pre-final amidst drama for the man that finished third last year and was possibly going to be the man that could have ruled the roost here this weekend. But it's down into turn 7 for the final time. The right-hand hairpin at 8, the 90-degree right-hander, bumpy right-hand corner coming up now. But the checkered flag next time around will be prepared. Chantal van Handel making her way through into the penultimate corner. Turn number 11. 2 more acceleration zones to deal with. And out of the final corner, from lights out to checkered flag, Chantal van Handel is your pre-89 Euro Grand Prix winner here in 2025. Thoroughly deserved and wins by a country mile. Jürgen Schober, third last year, will hit the runners-up step here in 2025. 18.4 seconds back. But who's going to be the final driver provisionally on the rostrum here in 2025? It's last year's winner, Jan van Handel, that pips Bart van den Heuvel by over 2 seconds at the flag. There must have been a little bit of a drama for the number 17 on the Landia Tempo chassis. Tommy Jespersen, P5. Kjeld Christiansen, Bengt Albertsson, Torben Lankinder Larsen, Thomas Kart, Christian Helmer Pedersen ran at your top 10. Gunther Lineborg, Uffering Nielsen finishing down in 12. Well, Uffering Nielsen, I think, has retired from the race. Gilegaard down in 13th with Allenbound and Bertold Bermel rounding out. But Chantal van Handel, well done to that driver in the number 63. Provisionally, your 2025 Classic Kart Race 100cc European Grand Prix pre-89 champion.